Hi, welcome to today's episode of The Young and the Restless. We open up today at Society where we see Phyllis and Summer meet up. Phyllis tells Summer that Danielle fired her and he hates her. She then tells Summer to talk some sense into Danielle. We then go over to Danielle's hotel room at the Grand Phoenix, and Daniel is in shock that his ex-wife Heather came so far from Portugal and they hug. Then we go over to the Abbott house and we see Diane comes into the Abbott house with suitcase. She has officially moved in. I so want to skip the two of them. Then we go back to the Grand Phoenix and Tuck is shocked that Ashley is back. I wonder why she would visit him. Ashley says that she is there because of the voicemail that Tucker left her when she was in Paris. He still don't understand why she would have time to see him after she left last time so drastically and hated him. Ashley then finally admit that she is off and she's angry at Jack. Tucker says, well, you only want to see me when you have an issue with Jack. Back at the Abbott house, we see Kyle walks into the house and then Jack and Kyle continue to argue about him working with Victor. Jack is very angry. Back at Society, Summer tells Phyllis that she knows Danielle fired her, and Phyllis believes Danielle needs saving. Phyllis believes her actions are acts of love. Summer tells her that she was wrong for going to Portugal. Back in Danielle's room, Heather tells Danielle that they need to have a serious conversation. She tells Danielle that she has found someone and they need to move on. Back at Society, because Summer isn't backing up Phyllis questions why she and Summer are no longer close again. Phyllis wonders why her kids now hate her. Back at the Abbott house, Kyle apologizes to Jack for working with Victor. Jack says he doesn't know if he can trust Kyle and he angrily leaves. Kyle then asks Diane to pick his side and defend him. Diane claims that she sees it from both sides. Then Diane tells Kyle to just give it time. Jack is very forgiving. Then Diane breaks the news in haste that she has moved in and Kyle is in shock. Back at Tucker's room, Ashley says she wants to know what Tucker's actions regarding Jebo are. Tucker says that he is going to be transparent and he tells Ashley about his financial crisis that he's going through. Phyllis calls her kids pessimists and says they are all negative. Summer calls her dramatic. Phyllis calls them negative and unwilling to believe their mom. Summer tells her to stop trying to control other people's life. Phyllis tells her it is motherhood and she will learn about it someday. The fact that she as a mother will move any mountains for her kids. Phyllis yells angrily and says that she's tired of being the villain and the devil in everybody's story for her and Danielle. Back at the Abbott house, Kyle says the relationship is happening so fast and Kyle is just negative about Jack and Diane getting back together. Diane says that her and Jack have decades of experience and decade in the making. Back at Tucker's place, Tucker says to Ashley that he just wanted to start something new and fresh with both her and Devon. Ashley says, no, you just wanted to use me and Devon's money to stay afloat with your business. Daniel apologized to Heather for Phyllis coming to Portugal and Heather defends Phyllis. He tells Daniel that Phyllis said happy things about him and said that she had to come see for herself and tells Daniel that he looks good. Then over at the Grand Phoenix bar, we see both Phyllis and Jack mourn when they see each other. They both discuss having a bad day and Phyllis claims that she is done with both of her kids. Jack finds it hard to believe Phyllis that would do that. Jack tells Phyllis that he knows exactly how she feels with regards to the kids. Then we see Summer goes home at the Abbott house and she sees Kyle and Diane and she asks what's wrong. Back at Tucker's, Ashley accuses Tucker of trying to get access to her cash. He asks Ashley why is she really there if she hates him so much. He tells Ashley to admit that she has passions for him. Ashley grabs Tucker and kisses him and says, I don't feel anything. Says that there is nothing there. Tucker tells her to just admit it. She then asks what's next for Tucker, and Tucker doesn't know. Tells Ashley that Victor and Victoria is about to buy up his debt. Ashley questions why he's still rattled by that. Tucker just wants to give up. She says karma is he says karma is catching up to him. Back at the Grand Phoenix, Jack is there expressing disappointment, and Phyllis thought it was about Diane and says he's happy that Jack came to light. But he says no, it's Kyle. He gets angry and says Phyllis is her worst enemy and leaves. Back at the Abbott house, Diane and Kyle tell Summer she is moving in. Summer is just quiet and leaves to go upstairs. Then we see Kyle runs after her. Back at Danielle's, Heather tells Danielle that she has found her person and she is in love, so it's best for everyone to move on. Danielle is heartbroken. Back at Tucker, Ashley says the Tucker she knows will take on all his enemy. Tucker says if he is ever going to be truly free, he has to let go of the dollars. Ashley asks, what now then? He wants to spend the rest of his life with Ashley. Ashley says there is no hope for that. Tucker yells that he loves her. Then we see Jack returns to the Abbott house and apologizes to Diane for leaving. And Diane tells Jack that Kyle isn't thrilled about her moving in. Jack says Kyle will come around, and Diane says she wants Kyle to be happy for them. Then we end with Jeremy Stark returning, and he approaches Phyllis at the Grand Phoenix bar. Thanks for watching. Bye.